All right, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Saturday night with Crafting on a Budget. May Larson. Don't forget to smack that thumbs up if you do not mind. Let's see if I can wipe my mat here. I forgot to bring gloves, and I totally forgot that. All right, let's bring the camera closer. Don't mind the glare. Try not to have too much glare, but it's kind of hard to avoid the glare. All right. And if you're new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe. Let's see. So if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button. Hey, Miss Carrie, how are you? I'm going to talk about molds, different kinds of molds, paper clay, and of course, casting resin. Hey, Patricia. I forgot. You know what, Miss Patricia? Look, I already failed you. I forgot to give you the link. My bad. I forgot, but I'm glad you saw I was live. I was rushing. I came home from our trip. I think it was probably about 6:56. Ran up here to the store. Hey, Deborah. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, Deborah. Glad to have you here. Don't forget to smack that little thumb, guys. Hit the bell to notify you whenever I go live. I'm going to try to go live at least once a week to do something with you guys. Okay. At least once or twice. That's my goal. My goal in life. Lots and goals. Lots and lots of goals. Okay. So we're talking about different types of molds, what you can use to create beautiful embellishments that you can use over these molds. You can use them over and over again for your projects. And I like to sit down, when you have a down day and just create random mold, embellishments from the molds. And I even save the little, because I like mixed media. So this is like the resin from the cup. And I even say that because you can use that for your mixed media. So I just pour it into a little bucket container. And I got another bucket over here. And then I can use my gesso. That's white. Use my gesso to kind of, change them up a little bit. Here's one. So that is what we're going to do today. We're going to work with, hey, Jen, you had a $375 veterinary bill. Oh my gosh. When it rains, when it rains, it pours down your house, girl. All right. So there's different ways of creating with these molds. And I'm going to show you. So that's resin. This is clay. And oftentimes, not oftentimes, you're always going to have a different texture. Now, the clay has to, you have a bucket of molds already done. Cool. I love working with these. And the neat thing about these is that, you can use your gesso, you can use all your mediums on them and just change the appearance of them. And I need to turn off one of these lights. Too much light. There we go. So you can just change the appearance of them so that you can use them in all your projects. And these molds are so reusable that you can make an endless amount of embellishments for your projects. Now, when we're talking about paper clay, this is my all-time favorite paper clay. And I always store it in a Ziploc bag. And this is, but it's still usable because I've put it in a Ziploc bag. And what I like about the paper clay, this particular brand, I've tried other ones. I've tried the Walmart brand. I tried the Prima brand. You know, I just don't like them. They just are not for me. They crack. Not that I don't like the crack. I do like the crack, but you don't have the quality that this light is just, what's up with this light? Come on now. You don't have the quality that the creative paper clay gives. I'm sorry. I am trying to... they changed the light in this office here, and it looks like it's not going to work for me. It's either the light from... Let's change the lighting. Give me a second while I change the lighting on Logitech. Hey, Miss March. Yes, I do carry the clay and I do carry the resin. We just got the resin in, and it was kind of hard to get it in because they were on back order for a bit, but we finally got it in yesterday. So let's change. There we go. Yeah, I had the lighting because I was doing a video for Chalbella and I had to change the lighting. So I do carry this in the store, and I also carry the clay. And like I was saying, this is my favorite clay. It allows me to shape around objects, and I will show you some examples of some of the things that I have done. Hey, Nana. That I have done in the past. I have done bottles, doll bottles with these, with the paper clay. I have done boxes with the clay because it allows me to shape the object around, shape the clay around the object, sorry. And I've also done lots of paintbrushes and things. So let me go show you some of the things that I have done. And I'll do a little quick video. All right, so here's this bottle that I did several years ago. And as you can see, this is one of the molds that I shaped around the bottle. And that is, again, using the creative paper clay. It allows me to shape around the object. And that's why I like this. And it gives it nice... when you're putting in your mediums, your sprays, your inks, and your waxes, it actually looks like it's more architectural and vintage and part of something that was there already. Doesn't look as fake, okay? And I do like that. Now, this is one that we have not yet finished, but I have taken her out of the box because I moved. And then this is a work in progress. So this is what I mean. This is paper clay, and we were able to shape it around the object. And so then later on, we can work around her. And I think she should come up. Maybe she's glued in there already because, there you go. She's coming up. There we go. So I kind of put her on here. And I didn't glue her down, because I know that I'm going to be putting lace on her. Now see the cracks? I like that because once I start putting in inks and waxes and all the other mediums, it starts to look like really rustic, old, vintage, you know, patina metal. So I like that. Then we have this one. And again, using a lot of, this is the resin. This is using resin. And using the resin, I was able to, again, use a lot of the sprays, the inks, the liquid acrylics to give it a nice metallic metal finish to it that looks rusty. And it looks like it's plastic. It looks like it's actual metal pieces. So that's another reason why these two brands are some of the things that I love to use when using both the silicone molds and the plastic molds. So I'll talk about that here in a bit. Now you can also do bigger pieces. And again, this is a project that I'm working with you guys, and I'm hoping maybe this week we can maybe work on finishing this. This is, again, using clays. And if you looked at it, you would probably thought that was metal, but it's actually paper clay. And it's just a box that I altered, paper mache box, and I used the paper clay to shape it around the box. Okay. All right. So basically you can, we have to keep an eye on her. It's sad. Our precious landlord was a welder and was disgusting. Metal piece everywhere. We worked so hard to get all the metal rusty screws. Oh no, what's going on? Yes, this is my favorite. When it comes to resin, this amazing casting resin, it works fabulous within minutes. You don't have to wait overnight. And it's just really quick, very, very quick. When it comes to the clay, what I like is that I can shape around objects, and I get that little crackle effect to the point where I can make it look vintage, architectural piece. And other clays that I've seen, they crumble. They don't have the same consistency, and the material, the quality of it is not the same. Hey, Michelle. Yes, we're going to work on it. I'm hoping to finish her. Hopefully, you know, POS again training this week, but you know, tomorrow, Monday, no, tomorrow, Sunday, we have POS training. So hopefully we'll get something done. Maybe Friday we can finish her up, because I know we need to finish her up. Okay, so there's different types of molds. We have these that are from Stamperia, and they're plastic. And then we have the silicone molds, and I carry both styles, but the silicone molds, by far, I love the silicone molds because they shape up. Look at that. When I pour in resin, I can easily pop that out. If I use clay, I can easily pop it out. Now, with the plastic Stamperia molds, I do like it, but it's a lot easier to maneuver with the resin versus the clay. I prefer, you're going to have a lot more work working clay into this than you would with this. Okay. So just know these are great. They're fabulous with resin, with resin. There has been some people that does it with clay. I've tried it. I don't prefer it. I prefer resin. And the other thing is that, because see, this one's flat, it lays flat. These aren't flat. See that? They're dimensional. So when you pour, Just make sure it's on a flat surface and that you go easy on it because it might tilt over. Hey, Evelyn, so long to see you. So glad you're here. Gosh, you guys are all here tonight. So Prima has their pipe molds now. And then so does Stamperia. Now, Prima's has more different little elements for their pipe molds, whereas the Stamperia doesn't so much. But, you know, when you're looking at, let's see, this one, how much is this one? I guess this is mine. I didn't price it. Let's see the price. May. Let's see the difference in price. Quality versus quantity. That's what right? I rather have quality versus quantity, especially if I'm going to be using it a lot. And sorry, I'm not watching the messages. Pipes. $7. Okay. So the plastic one from Stamperia is $7 versus the one from Prima, which is a silicone, it's $18. So you got more over here. I would rather go this way personally. Hey, Kathy. My gosh, you guys are really all here. That's awesome. So that's the dealio on those. So let's begin. We should wear some gloves, but I forgot to bring my gloves because I rushed out of the house to get here in time for, and let me show you. I got different styles of molds in the shop. You guys will have to go into the Stamperia molds. These are the Stamperia molds. I just got these in from Japan. These are the Japan. They're not quite in the store. There's a dragon. There's that little fella there, you know. Gosh, I got a lot of these. I must have been molds dragon happy. So there's different ones in the store. You can go in there to www.craftingонabudgetstore.com and check all those out. So what do you guys want me to work on not fair? I didn't get any yet. You didn't get any of what? Yes, it's been a long time since I haven't been, Kathy, I have moved. So it's been a long time. Actually, I haven't been doing too many videos because I moved. You need Japan. So I got different styles of the Japan ones. It's come in. We have not gotten them in the store because we got out of here late. It was like 11 something, maybe 12. And it was really late and we didn't get to it. We were just tired. Today we decided road trip because I had to get a rack for paper, scrapbooking rack. So, and Nani wanted her to go to the Halloween store. Do you want me to start with a silicone mold? And then we have the pipes. We have the skulls. We have the Halloween one. We have this little cute scissor one. I love this one. Steampunk plates. Ooh, nice. The Vagabond series is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love the entire collection. We have these mechanical locks and keys. And look at this one. This is mechanical insecta. Love that one. And actually, Finnabar just did something with this and I think was awesome. And then, if it couldn't get any better, we have big gears, right? We love gears. So, what do you guys want me to do? Skulls? You want some skulls? All right, let's do some skulls for Jen. We'll do some skulls. All right, I'm going to do first, I'll show you the difference between the clay. You have all those molds. Oh, they're awesome. Okay. that one's... What I like to do, don't knead it too much. You don't want to knead the silicone. Yeah, I like the silicone too. The Stamperia, I put a request for them that they need to start doing them like this. They're awesome molds, but I tell you what, I prefer the silicone because it gives me the ability to work both with the clay and the resin, whereas the Stamperia one, not so much. All right. So we're going to work. You don't need it too much. You don't want to get too hot in your hands. Just roll it up and spread it in. And you can use a spatula. Some people use a little roll thumb because that's a God-given tool God's given me, you know. And I kind of spread it in. And then with my thumb, I burnish it off. Very simple. I'm simple. I'm not going to sit here and be fancy about it, you know, because to be honest, I like the rustic, you know, look of it when I put it into a project. And so clean around the edges, use my thumb, burnish it off. And you love Japan. My daughter wants to live in Japan, my youngest, but you know, she says that there's rules over there that here in the States we're not used to, like you can't throw trash in the ground or you, I think she said either you get arrested or they fine you. One of the two, I can't remember. Now, when it has a lot of intricate details, sometimes it's easier to use the mold. But if I wanted to shape this piece, and I'm just kind of cleaning around the edges, if I want to shape this piece around a bottle or, you know, the spine of a book or, you know, a coffin or whatever, it's easier to use a silicone. Now, what you do is just bend it back and pop it out. And some see that one right there. What I do is I take a little stylus and I shape it up. Here's my stylus. And y'all have to forgive me. A lot of my tools, I have no idea where they've gone. Because I've moved. And I don't want to cut into my mat either. So cheap Dollar Tree stylus. And just kind of work that in. Now, if I have my glass mat. Now, you know I did cut through my glass. Not cut through it, but I cut my mat. Some don't like skulls. You don't have to do skulls. It's all right. I gotta finish my Halloween project for the ladies. We'll do something else. I like Halloween. Nani likes Halloween. Nani loves Halloween. She loves Halloween. In fact, she likes The Nightmare Before Christmas, and we got her a couple things at the Spirit of Halloween store in Utah. It was we left this morning. We got in like at 6:56. All right. So I'm not too particular because I do like the rustic look once I start putting the liquid acrylics to make it look like it's a rusty thing. So what we can do with my little silicone mat, pop it out, you know, and then set it aside. And I got a sheet protector here on my desk. I'm just going to lay that there. Now, if we were going to do the resin, let me put that in. Now, the neat thing with the scaw is that because it is paper clay, you'll get those little cracks that would be really cool. Once you start getting those cracks, you can start using your sprays, and all your sprays goes in those cracks. It'd be really cool. I can't wait to see what that looks like once you start putting your sprays on that. All right, let's go for something that's not so Halloweenish. Let's do this one. I've never done that one. Actually, that was gifted to me by Mary quite contrary. Mary gifted me that one. And so let's see what that one looks like. We have part A and part B. We have to mix equal portions of it. And I really should have a cup to pour it into. So let me go get a cup. I got these little silicone ones because when you're pouring and cleaning, these are a lot easier. And I should have gotten disposable cups, but I don't have any. You just poured it yesterday. Awesome. All right. I don't have my glasses, so we're going to go pour 2 ounces of each one. And how many ounces is in here? Thou shalt not know. What's your question? What is your question, Jen? You should wear gloves too, guys. Equal portions of A. And I should mark that. Not a Sharpie, but we'll pretend it's a Sharpie. And B. What's your question? Yeah, I know. I'm a bad girl, Miss Kathy. I forgot them. I was so rushing. And I had them in, I had full intentions. But I did not. What's your question? You don't want to stir this. You just want to mix it just a bit. That's A. Yeah, you don't want to mix this stuff. Because then it'll start to get hot. And once it's hot, you done, you know, screwed the pooch. So I'm going to mix it until it gets a little cloudy. But if you feel that it's starting to get hot, you've overmixed. And you'll know once it's curing. And I'm not being careful. Honestly, I'm not, because Oops, see, I spilled that. There's one. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, I can't see. Let's get this one. Because it's starting to get warm on me. I have to say, the silicone one, I don't like it because it moves around too much. I'm not seeing the chat, so if you're saying anything to me, I'm not seeing, I apologize. Oh, really? I didn't know it burned. See, I've never had that. I've never had that. See how it's turning white? It was this one here. I can feel that it was getting hot in here. But here you see how this one is slowly curing, but over here it cured a lot faster because it was already starting to get hot in the container. So it was already mixed for a bit. I just had an idea. I popped in my head. Say I wanted to make some journals. Would I be able to secure the skull on top of a book cover? Yeah, with gel medium. Absolutely. I had a bad resin board. I read that one. Place a faux thinnish leather over it. Fantastic to know. Yes, you can, and I'll show you. We did this one last year. So these are all resin pieces. The only metal piece is this one right here. And all the other ones are resin pieces. Yeah, you can reuse them. What I do is these resin cups, let them dry up. These here are my mixing ones, the ones that I pour. The one you mix in, once it dries up, just take something in there and remove it. Pop it out. I save those little scraps too. I save them for mixed media projects. Oh, thank you, Jen. So yes, the answer is you can reuse them. It's in there. Ooh, that's hot. It's hot. This one takes a little bit longer, but see, I could have gone in here, but I was having a hard time. Honestly, I would not. This one, I was having a hard time because I was scared that I was going to squeeze too much and see. But I can come back and mix a little bit more and top it off. Just mix it in a little bit more and just top that off. And I'll do that. Hola, hola, Joana, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo se llama esta resina? Esta resina se llama Amazing Casting Resin. Esta se cura rapidísimo, rapidísimo. Esta es la que yo usaba. Yo pensaba que tú estabas usando porcelana fría. There is no, you're okay, Jen. You are fine, girl. Absolutely okay. I'm going to move this one over just a tad bit. And you can see I had some spillage because my hands didn't hold that cup really good. And I don't have any other cups, but we'll work with what we have here. And that's still wet. I really should have not contaminated that, but I did. I'm having a hard time gripping today, so I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. See that? How that is like... I'm going to mix those two together really good. But don't stay there until it gets hot, because then by then you've already ruined your resin. So it becomes cloudy once you start mixing, and then it goes right back to clear once you've mixed the two together. See, my hand can't grab that. Yeah. Yeah, I can't grab that. I thought it'd be easier for me, so I got the silicone one. But not so much, guys. And see, this is the only thing I don't like about these resin mold, the plastic molds from Stamperia, is that they're not shaped equally right in the bottom. They're not balanced out. I think I just need probably a bigger silicone, maybe, because it's so little, this one. Oop, I overflowed that one. Epoxy takes longer, and I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it, especially not with your asthma. Not with your asthma. I would not recommend it at all. And it takes longer. See, you know what? I forgot to see. I was supposed to top that one off. So what I do, I go in here. You can scrape some of that off. I normally take like the cheap Dollar Tree cups, the plastic cups, the disposable ones, because after a couple pours, I don't want it, you know. But this one's silicone, and I can reuse it. And honestly, wear gloves, guys. Do not do this without gloves. I'm not being a good person by showing you guys without gloves. El que tú usas, Joana, ¿cuánto tiempo se demora en secar? El que tú usas, ¿cuánto tiempo se demora en secar, Joana? Let's see, we can do the books. Look at the books. Let's do the books. $10 minutos. Sí, lo mismo que este. Es lo mismo que este. No se demora tanto tampoco. Oh, it's tiny. I live in a tiny town. It only takes me like 4 minutes to get here to the store. I like it like this, though. I really do. I could not ask for a better, smaller town. I feel safe, too, when I leave here at night, although I'm not staying here too late. We'll do a part. Estás trabajando en tu español. Tú eres loca. Porque tú eres loca, Jen. Loca, pero se te adora. Jen said she's learning. She's practicing on her Spanish. Brianna is doing really good in school. She's liking it because she's got friends now. Not that she didn't have friends before, but you know, she got bullied in Texas in school, so we had to do homeschooling on her. So she's enjoying it. Yes, tú eres loca. Está loca en la cabeza tú. Now you can add mica to this. You can add different, like if you wanted to add little, what do you call it? Little embellishments or something on there. If it's a clear resin, because if it's this white milky resin, you're not going to see it. But if you're doing a clear resin where it dries clear, then you can add little micas in there to change the color, or glitter, or some other little elements, maybe little herbs or whatever, you know, because it's a clear resin. But this one is milky. Let's top this. Let me finish it here though, because this is too full for my hand. See that? I can't hold it right. Non-functioning hands today, guys. That's what this is. Non-functioning hands today. My gosh. I blame it on this cup, though. Honestly, cup lighting. Oops, starting to warm up. Oh, that one went bad fast. You saw that? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it. Nope. Look at that. I let it warmed up too much because I was playing with it. That's what happens. Look, I didn't even get her topped up right. Look at that. It's called not being able to grab it. See how hard it was getting? And see, I didn't even fill this one up all the way because I couldn't see. But I'll use that for mixed media. And I didn't top C. Darn lighting. Let's see if I can see there now. You guys might be blinded, but I need to see. Yeah, you can see at least what to do. It is easy. It really is. It doesn't take long. You just have to have good lighting. Make sure you have good ventilation too. Although this doesn't smell. It really doesn't. See, right now it's still soft, so I can shape it. Because it's still soft, we can shape it. You can cut that off with your scissors. I'm just cutting that off with my hands. And honestly, I don't even have small scissors here, do I? Oh, yes, I do. You can use your X-Acto knife and cut around all the little, extras. You get an idea. Right now, because it's still pliable, I can, if I wanted to shape it around an object, I could to get that shape. See, I know I'm having a bad arthritis day because I can't even hold the scissors. Anyway, there's that one. And I want to top that one off, and I'm going to top that one off. Ugh. And then once you have one done that you like, you can paint it. Oh, I like the way that turned out. Oh, that's nice. Let's cut that. That's a pretty one. That is a pretty one. Nice and big, too. Oops. And I like Prima molds because we get so many of these little pieces here. You gotta, if you want to be careful, you can be careful pouring it. I just don't recommend. I thought the silicone cups would be a lot better for my arthritis, but it's actually in reality a lot harder for me to hold because it kind of squishes up together. So nay on these silicone cups. I don't think they're good when you have a hard time holding things. Hello, Shanita. I'm doing great. How are you, Shanita? How's work? Here I can go in with my little X-Acto knife, and I'm not going to do it right now, guys. I'm not. I can go in with my X-Acto knife and trim. It's soft and pliable that I can go in there and cut that out because I got in there too close. But I'm not going to do it because I know my hands are not working today. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I like that. It's gorgeous. There's 10% off today on the store. And if you order from the store today, you get a apron that you can alter, a blank apron. So it's 10% off the store. And all orders, as long as I have enough to cover everybody, you'll get an apron to alter. And if I don't have enough apron for everybody, then you'll just get some of the little bags that I alter. See, I altered these up yesterday with rice paper, or the other night. You'll get bags, but 10% off. G Open 10 for 10% off. And plus you'll get an apron. Ooh, those are nice. Hey, Gloria. So we're going to work on maybe altering. I'll show you how I would rust this up to give that nice rusty feel to it. And that way you get an idea of how to do that. But you can top it off. Once, if you haven't filled it enough, you can top it off. These are cool. Look at that. That is cool. I like the way those come out. These are the Stamperia. I like those. Ooh. I'm sure what that was supposed to be, but these screws are awesome. See the difference? There is a big difference with the clay. I like the rustiness of, if I wanted to make something look really rustic architecturally, I like the paper clay, and I can shape it, you know, and I do like that. But see, we topped this one off, and see, it worked. It looked nice. 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 And I'll show you how to alter or fix those nails to make them look really rusty. I like rusty. Y'all know I like rusty. I like mixed media. I really do. And these we save because these are these little scrap pieces of plastic. You can use them in your mixed media. How are you, Miss Gloria? Did you get all moved? Did you move already? Yeah, you can make fairy wings for sure with that. You can. Like all these little things you can use and put them in your mixed media canvases. All those little droppages. All right, we're going to top this off because we need to top it. In the meantime, I do want let's clean. You're practicing. You're trying to figure out how to do that. Should be easy for you, Miss Gloria. You're always decorating. Yes, you don't want to touch this stuff. Ugh. That should come very natural to you, Miss Gloria. Extremely natural. Did you move into a smaller place? It's hard when you move into it. We downsized. That could be used for mixed media. I'm going to let it sit and dry somewhere. I got a wet towel here. You speak a little Spanish? All right. Really, really should wear gloves. I do not recommend, do not try to do this without gloves. Although it's not hot, it's just a chemical. I don't know why I keep thinking I see someone there named Johnny. Yes, G10, G Open 10 gives you 10% extra, 10% off the store. Okay, so let's top. We're gonna top that off, and let me get another mold because I'm gonna get. I like this. Young Sue is Korean. I guess I should let her answer that question, but she's Korean. Korean American. American Korean. Let me get something to wipe this off because I've mixed it up. That was good. Darn me. Why did you not bring a better cup than this? Let's see if I have anything in the trash. Darn it, May. May. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to look for a cup so I'm not struggling with my hands. Do we have to buy single packs of clay or like a bundle of 3? What do you mean a bundle of 3? They come in single packs. They come in single packs. I'm not sure what you mean by bundle of 3, May. I don't know if you have that mold. Don't know if I have that mold. I do have the butterfly one. Please hold one for me. And gloves. May, run home and get your glasses and cups. No, if I run home, ladies, I'm staying home. And gloves. No, we're gonna use this. I can hold that. I can hold that good. If I run home, ladies, May's not coming back till tomorrow. I got a private class with Joanna tomorrow at 5. But if I go home, May's not coming back. May's gonna go to a dormir. See, I can hold that. Messes with my hand. Oof. It really does, guys. Get another spatula. Private classes are $35. Really, I'm not, it's private. To get a private hour. Yes. We'll work on a project. And it's actually more than an hour till we finish the project. Gosh, May. I'm trying to hurry up because this is starting to get hot. Might not get able to get that one. That's going to be messy. It really isn't this difficult, guys. It really isn't. But May's is clumsy when it comes to her. Oh my God. That cup's no good either. You think I've never done this before. And I've actually been messing with these molds since 2016 when Prima came out with them. But we can, the good thing about this resin is that we can top it off. Oh, we get little private, sorry, I didn't see, I'm over here trying to top it off. We get little private classes. I'm going to go back to this one because I had little private classes on Patreon. And so we did rice paper layers. I'm thinking about doing a virtual crop where I put together a kit, send it to those that wants the virtual crop, and we'll work together until we make the projects. Now that I have this and I'm not focused on other mumbo jumbo, I think this cup would have been okay if I probably didn't mix it to the top. Yeah, if I didn't mix it to the top, maybe I need to get a bigger silicone cup that is not so, what do you call it? I'm going to have to redo that one. A little bit bigger. And you can see I can top them off. And sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat. Well, probably don't have enough for that, but we'll try. Nope, didn't. Ran out of resin. That's all right. That's all that we needed for now. Hey, Miss Penny. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you, the benefit of the $35 one, I'll tell you there's different benefits. And I've been going over more than, and all the classes are preserved. We are going to be doing some decoupage with wood pieces and clay this coming week. But the benefit of the $35 tier, tier 3, is that one, you get private, just me and you, schedule, just me and you. We can work on a project together. 2, you get a discount to the store, not just a coupon whenever. 3, out of, if I have 10 people on the, not 10, I'm saying however many I have on tier 3, I will select one person each month to send happy mail to them, whether it's something I've made or something that I just thought, hey, you might want this, and I'll send it to one of the people that's on the tier. You'll each get a turn. So if there's 3 people signed up, all 3 will always get something. I will rotate you guys up. If there's 10 people, all 10 of you guys will eventually get something. I will rotate everyone to make sure every month it's a different person from that tier that will get something from me. So there's different benefits. And I appreciate those. Penny bought me coffee the other day. So thank you for the coffee. May appreciates the coffee. And, for years I've been doing this just for fun, but now I have to do it as a business and keep it that way. So as you can see, we can top it off. These little crumbs, I don't throw them away because, see, that's just a disastrous piece that we can put on a mixed media project. Okay. These are recleanable. So I will take a paper towel, clean it off, and reuse it. That's recleanable because it's cellophane, and I'll just scrape it off. That will go in the trash because I don't need that. And then this I save also because you can use for your mixed media project as well once it dries up fully. Yes, you can. You can use your Dremel and drill a hole through these and make charms out of these. So absolutely, you can. You can do that. Use your Dremel. All right, I'm going to take these, set them aside so that when we're done, I'm going to alter with you guys how I would do it. Everyone does it different because, we're all entitled to do it different. I'm just showing you how I would do it. And I'm not saying that my way is the right way. Everyone does it different. We all create differently. I'm going to set that aside over here while it cures. And set that over here, which is a hot mess, but I like hot mess. Okay. Let's do the frame. I like the frame. Let's get some gesso. Let's get some liquid acrylics. And let's get some of these nails. I want to rust these up. They look like they're fun to rust up. Ooh, I can't wait. Like it. Thank you, Young Sue, for sharing that. Young Sue is always so helpful. Okay, so let's get some black gesso, a paintbrush. Guys, I found some paintbrushes today for stoked about that. 50 cents paintbrushes. Believe that? 50 cents. And they're quality grade paintbrushes. Not your typical, no, they were quality grade paintbrushes. Hola Marta, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenida. ¿Cómo está todo allá en Arizona? I'm going to be lazy because I don't want to clean my mat afterwards with paint and acrylics. All right, so this is just some black gesso, and we do have some of this in the store. Black gesso, and I start with black gesso because I'm going to make this look rusty. I like rust. Y'all know that. I don't like pretty. Now you can do the front and the back, and I like to do the front and the back just in case. You never know if something's gonna, you know, peep through on a project. And you can see that. My mom always said, make sure you always have your panties on just in case, you know. Never want to be caught without clean panties. Same thing with your artwork. You want to make sure you always have the front, the back, the side, everything covered, right? I don't know if it's my eyes or if it's just the lighting. He supposedly fixed the lighting here, but doesn't look like it. It doesn't look any better. And can you imagine this frame with some metallics? We have the metallics also in store. And sorry, I have to sound like a, you know, I have the products because I do, you know, with some metallics. Oh my gosh, that would be really nice. But I'm going to alter it to make it look rusty. Like it was sunk in the bottom of a ship. And this gesso is, for some reason, this time around has been a little thick. I know it says heavy gesso, but this one's a little extra thick. You can put some micas. And we do have some sandstone coming in too. Got lots of stuff coming in next week. I know we got a couple of shipments coming of Fitabar stuff. Hey, Paula. Now, this is how I like to rust things up to make it look like it's been rusty patina in a sunken ship. What's that one movie that everyone, I've never watched it though. Sunken ship. What's that sunken ship? I can't think right now. What movie it is. I still haven't checked out the new store. I can't wait to see all the good. Oh my God, Evelyn, we got stuff. Do we ever? I think we have more stuff than we've ever had before. We got stuff. The store's, I think we might have to be moving here soon. I actually want to, because one, I want to do, oh, did you guys tell me about, let me look at the chat. Virtual crops. If I was to put together a kit where we can make 6 projects together and do a virtual project, a virtual crop, 2 days, Friday and Saturday, would you guys be interested in the Titanic? Thank you. That's it. Yes. Couldn't think of what it was called. Would you guys be interested in that? If I put together something for you guys to make for Friday and Saturday. Y'all know I don't make easy projects. I'm not a card maker. So I don't do, easy projects. But if I was to, let's rust these up. If I was to put together a kit where we can make projects for that crop, and you guys tell me, give me an idea of what kind of stuff you guys would like albums, altered boxes, whatever you guys want. I like 3D boxes. Y'all know I like to do that kind of stuff. Well, I send you everything for that virtual crop. Okay. Hours and what projects. So you guys give me an idea. I like to do 3D items. Like I like to do a box that has maybe an album in it. Where we can just sit down and create a project together that I put together. We can have an idea, talk to somebody about, she's got these shadow boxes. We can do a nice little pretty shadow box for Christmas. She's got these, she cuts her own chipboard. She has a chipboard company. I can talk to her to put something together for me. And your weird project. You don't create weird projects. You make pretty stuff, Jen. I've seen your albums. She does make pretty stuff. She's a mixed media. You like 3D? Yeah, I do. I love 3D stuff. That's my favorite. I really love, aside from mixed media, I do like mixed media stuff. I really like 3D stuff. That's one of my favorite things to do. It's fun to sit down and think about how to put things together. How to come up with a box, or to me, it's fun. Other people might not think it's fun, but I find it fun and pleasing. Some people don't like the hinges. I try to bypass hinges. But I would send you everything you need to make for that weekend. Or we'll do like 2 options where I send you, we'll make a couple options actually. You get to make one project for a certain amount, or 2 projects for a certain amount, or option number 3 is you get to craft along for a small fee of maybe $8 along. You making your own stuff as we create what I send them. Because not everyone can afford a kit, right? So maybe you have the stuff to make it, and maybe you can just use the papers that you have and my measurements, and you can make your own right there for, a small fee. That's another option, right? You love hinges. Hinges, yes. Yeah, I know. Everyone loves hinges. I think we're all hinged. No, we can never get hinged out. I love hinges. So what do you guys think? We make 3 options. And then you can stop on your own because it's going to be recorded. So you can come back and watch it if you're tired and you don't want to hang out the whole time, or you have something to do. It's recorded and you can just come back at a later date. And if you bought a kit, you can assemble the project listening to the video, and you can always say, hey, May, I have a question. Vintage lace. Something with vintage and lace. Uh-huh. Have an idea. I have an idea about vintage and lace. Christmassy, maybe? I know you got lots and lots of laces. She does, guys. If you guys need laces, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Do you still have laces, Paul? I know you did. But y'all need any of that. Y'all need to catch her up. She's got beautiful laces and stuff. Yes, you still have laces. Is that what you said? Because I think I asked you like a lot of questions. Lace. Oh, like a I already got an idea for lace and vintage. I won't say it loud because we got ears around that likes to listen to my ideas, and then they take off like a bat out of hell with it. Okay, so you want to make sure, yes, your fingers are going to get grody. But you want to make sure the front, the back, I always make sure the front and the back, all of it is covered. And I'm just going to work. We can work on these. Let's see. I got a little bit of gesso still here. Am I going to sell lace? The problem is it, Miss Patricia, I don't really have the space right now to cut laces. And I was going to make lots of like bags of lace that I would probably put together, random mix laces and appliques. But I really don't have space to cut. Like I don't have the space now to cut laces anymore. I really don't. The paper on all those other things, like I would need a table and another cabinet for the laces, and yeah, I don't think so. And it takes a lot longer from when I have to do laces and cut them, and they have to be perfect, pretty, smell good, and they take a lot of my time. And if someone was to walk in the store, I wouldn't be able to, cut laces. It would take too much time. Yeah. So the answer to that would probably be no. For now, no. But Paula has laces. Y'all can reach out to Paula. So yes, so I think she's, from what I'm reading, it was found after you bought and only about 2 to 3 weeks ago. She's currently accepting all teal lace and trim. I don't have any of that. Hey, how are you? Ranger, how are you? How's your home remodeling? Yeah, I already poured the molds. These are it. These are from the molds. I already poured it. How's everyone else? How's Buford? I haven't seen him around. I've been busy. I moved. I've been in the process of moving, opened up a store, trying to learn website, trying to learn POS, you know. I was trying to do the POS by myself yesterday, but it wasn't happening. I got to integrate the stuff from the website. And yeah, it wasn't happening. Have bundles of vintage laces and trim from estate sales here south, but go to Paula first. Ooh. That's right. You do have laces. And guys, honestly, on this, you can probably, you know, take your time on it. But because I do like the grunge and the textures, I'm not very careful on how I paint these, because as I'm putting my brush strokes in and it's clumped up or whatever, it gives it more texture, so that when I do start to apply the liquid acrylics or the sprays, it makes it more rustier. Okay, so Paul is going to be selling laces either this coming Friday, or the next. So y'all need to know, if y'all are looking for laces, I would have to say Paul is the lace girl right now, and Jen has vintage laces, but y'all need to contact her. I really don't want to cut laces at this present time. I got buckets I bought from Paula that I'm just going to probably put in bags and mix bags of it and sell it. But I was contemplating. I love the stuff I got from Paula, so I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it. It's too pretty. And I hope Eric's not listening, because he's probably saying, no, woman, you need to get rid of those 4 buckets that are in that office. Okay. So as that's drying, as I said, I have crazy mad brush strokes on here. If you want it to be smoother, then of course go light on your brush strokes. But because I'm adding a little bit of texture marks with my paintbrush, when I start to apply the sprays, the liquid acrylics, and all the other mediums, it really gives it that more rusty, textured look. Okay. So that's how it be. All right. All right, let's go. All right, let's get some heat gun here. I had to move my heat gun because I thought I was smart by moving it from where I put it originally, and that wasn't a smart choice. Ooh, and let me get my apron on, because I really don't want to mess up my sweater. I dressed up pretty today, guys. I dressed up pretty. My hair is getting long. Let me show you what I look like. Excuse the mess behind me, because it's a working office. But I did dress up pretty today. Well, at least I think I'm pretty. Let's see. Camera's going. See my mess? Hold on. Can you see my mess? You see my camera. Oh, the measurements, Jen. I have all I can do to stand right. Now I need some of what May is living on. I'm beat. Oh, you don't want what this is seltzer water. But look at my mess because I got products that came in. My mess. I have a mess. I have a mess. A huge mess. But I didn't want. Let me get my apron, y'all. Let me go get my apron. And we worked on the apron yesterday. The measurements of the frame. Jen, give me a second. Let me see. It looks like it's 3 1/4 by 6. 3 1/4 by 6. It's growing, but it's slow. It's growing, but it's a slow process. It really is. I took all this stuff to create. See, this is why when I'm crafting, I make a huge mess in my craft room. Now, which is not really my craft room. It's actually the office. So, yeah. It's messy. Very messy right now because we got products here that I took out just to show you guys. Brought this out from the cart. That goes back. Those are mine. So these are my mold, my personal molds that I put. Those need to be inventoried. Yeah. It's a mess. No, this is right now because I started to mess around. It's a mess. I don't know. It drives me crazy. So before I leave here tonight, it will get cleaned up before I leave tonight. Coat. Well, I'm hoping I don't mess up my shirt because I ruined a pair of jeans the other night. I don't want to do that. Don't want to keep ruining clothes. That's for sure. Let's see. I took all this stuff out. It's a problem with crafting. All right, let's put the camera down, y'all. Y'all saw me enough. Beautiful mess of laces. You're still working on wedding books. Oh my gosh. But your mess of beautiful, I think it's actually beautiful. It's not really a mess. It really isn't. All right, we're going to put the camera down. We're going to make this stuff rusty and let's get to it. Okay. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to get, these are my favorite to make rust. I'll show you here in a minute. Carmine. You don't need to see that. You need to see over here. Carmine liquid acrylic from Finnabar. And let's go with burnt sienna. Beautiful. These colors will make it look really old and vintagey. Those colors are my favorite. And we'll start off with those two colors for now. And then we'll go in and move in with some, let's see, we got tiger orange. Tiger orange is also another good one. And we're going to do this avocado green, but tiger orange is also, as you can see, I've had this for a bit. But tiger orange is also another good one. Let me clean my hands. Yes, and I do have those in the store. 2 of my girls are engaged. Woohoo! Congratulations. Looking great. Hope everything is well with all. I have to go to bed. We have a ball tourney. Something moved up fast. Tomorrow night, May on and everyone. And I didn't get to see about Buford, if he's okay. And Brando, give him my best to everybody. I hope everyone is well, staying safe for sure. And Hugs to you and the family. I think, if I'm not mistaken, was it your son that got engaged recently? All right, let's get started. Enough chatting, enough gibbering. All right, so what I like to do is I just take a small little brush like that. But if you use these brushes, I'm going to actually use this one. Just know, always make sure you have your spray bottle and your carmine. But the brush, normally make sure you dip it into water because it does start to harden up. Okay, so let's start with the burnt sienna. And what I like to do is I just put a little glob. I do water it down. You can go right to it though and paint right in it. But I feel that I work around it because if you go directly, I know Finnabar is brave, but she's an expert at this, right? And she goes right with it and she paints right with it. But I feel if you don't go right in and spray it down, dilute it, it's hard to move that color. But if I water it down from the get-go, you know, then I have a little bit more control. So I like to water it down first and not go directly right into the object. I'm going to move these pieces here so you guys can see better. Just make sure you don't use good paintbrushes for this. Use an inexpensive paintbrush. One's getting married in a winery and the other in Niagara Falls. Oh, how romantic. Although, you know, you get married once, that's it, right? Yeah, that's the one thing is that once you have this paintbrush, I always try to use it for this kind of stuff. What I'll show you what I mean, you know, because Finnabar, when she does her canvases, she uses it directly, paints it right directly. I like to dilute it. That way, if I do go back in with spray, it will move, but she goes right in. Works faster than I do. I'm a slow crafter where she's faster. So she paints it directly and then she'll spray it down and it works. But me, because I'm a slow crafter, if I don't spray it down fast enough, it dries up, then it's hard to get that blended in. That's why I always dilute it first, because I'm a slow crafter. So we're going to put this all the way around. And I've had this, even though these little bottles are not cheap. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not cheap, but they're the best. They absolutely are the best. And I've had mine and I've used it. I have not replaced this bottle. Very well loved. I've done lots of projects with it and I can't see what you guys are saying. Did 3 weddings in a year and a half for girls, and they already have been married 28 years and 27 for the twin. I still have to finish to wax my antique chandeliers. Oh, yes, your chandelier. Oh, remember your tragedy with your chandelier. All right, well, now we're going to go back in with the burnt sienna. Still working with my burnt sienna. And I'm going to dilute it so that I have more wiggle room to work with it. Otherwise, it's very hard for me because I'm not a fast crafter. Again, I'm not being very cautious of how I apply this because I like the textures of rust. If you don't like the textures of rust, then you go, you know, very gentle. Right now, you can't see what it looks like, but you will once we put the other color. So here we go. Yeah, we moved in here and I'm seriously looking at, I told Eric, yep, we're probably going to be needing a bigger space. We are definitely outgrowing, but we're going to go slow. Slow and steady wins the race, right, guys? And I'm not looking at the chat. Slow and steady wins the race. We are definitely in for the long run. And I'm hoping to be able to come in every week and give you guys some brief little tutorials on how to use some of the products that we have in the store. It also allows me to craft, get my sanity, you know, this is my therapy. Paula, that's what it is. You said you want some of what May takes. Well, bay leaf tea with cinnamon also helps me, also helps with the inflammation in my hands, which I have not been able to use it because I ran out of bay leaf. So I had to go and get some. But bay leaf tea helps me a lot with cinnamon. But I think that crafting, getting back to crafting helps with, you know, staying well balanced. Okay, that's there. I'm going to go ahead and wet that just a little bit because I don't want it to harden up. Soak that in. Let's dry it up. And yes, guys, thanks for the support. One thing I do notice, and I have noticed, that is since I opened up the store, I'm not, you know, around in my PJs. I'm actually making sure I get up, get fixed, you know, and I feel more energized because of that, because I have a purpose. Not that I didn't have a purpose before, because my family was a purpose. But honestly, I don't want to come to the store in my PJs. I don't think customers would appreciate that, right? At this point, you can't see much of a difference. Now we're going to go in with the carmine. And again, you can go directly in, but I don't. See, that's the rusty color I like. Oof. That makes me go crazy. And we go in. Love it. I'm going to have to watch the rest tomorrow. I'm desperate to go to bed, having a hard time staying awake. Oh, Paula, thank you so much for coming, and I hope you feel good because I know you weren't feeling good yesterday. Ladies, don't forget to check out her sale. All right, there we go. You have a good night, Paula. Feel good. Got that layer in, right? You can add some textures to it with some textured paste to get it more rustier and give it that texture gritty appearance to it as well. And I will probably pull some of that out, but I want to show you without, just with this, the appearance we get. And I can also come back in and just kind of dilute it a little to get it to move into the little crevices more, you know. Let's dry it up. Hugs to you too, hun. Grab a towel, you can blot in. Yeah, Truman. This is actually my husband. It's not mine. I can't trade this one in because this one's my husband's. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the Tiger Orange. I'm going to go in the matte. Again, this is my personal preference on how I make things look rusty. And if you want, we're going to come in here with some metallic rubs. And then make it pop out more. Give it that dimensional effect on it. Look at those nails. They're looking awesome. I sure can, Jen. I call you as soon as I get done here. I'll give you a call. Just hang in there for me, okay? Okay. Go in with a little bit. Remember, layers of different mediums. It just keeps building up those layers. And the more layers you put in, the more authentic it looks. You know, it doesn't look like it's plastic resin. It starts to look like it's an actual piece of metal. And so we got to go in there and build those layers. It's like an onion, you know, an onion has multiple layers and you have to keep peeling it to get to the core, right? Well, this is exactly how this stuff is too. You got to keep working those layers in to get the effect that you want. Sometimes you work it a little bit more than other times, but in the end, it works out great and it looks fabulous. So if I change the color up, I will let you know. All right. This gives it that magical effect. Oh, I love it. I just love rust. I don't know why. I just do. I get excited. I really do. I'm going to go in with the carmine. Welcome, Jen. I have to be here tomorrow. So I just figured, you know, I'll come tomorrow morning and work on entering these Stamperia and other things that came in. And then I'll do my class with Joanna. And this might be for my class with Joanna. See that? Go in here, go in here. Going with the burnt sienna now. Because as you can see, I didn't get these sides really well. So we got to get in those sides, so that's important. Cross our T's, dot our I's, right? Again, this is just a personal preference. You can just paint it, and you can just take your waxes and rub some waxes over it, or some metallics, you know, metallic paints, and call it a day. But that's not my cup of tea. One thing I do like about these liquid acrylic is, one, they go a long way. Two, gives it a nice little shimmer, not shimmer, like a shiny effect to it almost. Works great. Now I'm going in with the carmine here and there. I'm going to go back with the tiger orange. And yes, I should be wearing gloves. I'm a hands-on kind of a girl. I want to go in with the carmine. I mean the tiger. And I do have a towel next to me. Layers upon layers, upon layers, upon layers. Okay. All right. Look at that. I've ruined my husband's. Those nails, don't they look really rusty now? Wipe my hand. I have super cool pics of inside of an old rice plantation house way back over 100 years ago. Your frame reminds me of a small frame, but very brassy. I like yours better. Oh, cool. I would love to visit some of those plantations. There's got to be some amazing treasures in those plantations. You're so lucky to be able to live near those plantations. Look at that. Okay, but we're not done. We're not done. We're going to go in with the avocado, but this one is, I don't want that one. Told you guys, it's like layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. So it takes layers to get this done, but why tell you what, when you get it done, it looks fabulous. Okay, so now we're going to go in with a little bit of this red rust. We don't have this in the store. I wish we could get it in. We haven't been able to get it in. I'm going to use that same brush so I'm not ruined, because this does ruin brushes. Now this gives it a little bit of textures here and there. And I'm just going in where I think I would want some of that rust to maybe look like it's there, you know. And if yours get a little bit hard, just dilute it a little bit. Add a little bit of glue to the bottle. I'm going to blot that in with my hand, my fingers. You know, God-given gift, our hands. I'm just blotting it here and there. Those oh my gosh, those nails are the bomb. They're literally the bomb. I love it. And you can take a sponge also if you're a little bit iffy about whether or not you want to do this part. You can sponge it in if you want. When it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't mind getting my hands dirty because I like it's pleasure. It's like a pleasure effect to see the outcome. It's like, to me, it's like pleasure. Okay. So now we got some texture, some gritty texture that has some tooth in there. Now I'm going to go in. Oh, piece of this fill. I'm going to take advantage of some of this, and I'm just going to brush some of that gritty textures in here. Okay. Now we're going to go with the avocado green. Same brush. Going in. I like to stand back and look at it just a tad bit and see where do I need a little bit of touch. Grab some of this. I'm going to go down here. Rice plantation stories told are hard to hear, though. I know, I can imagine. I can only imagine that those are some really hard stories. Okay. All right, let me lift this up. See that? Looks like it's really old and rusty. Does not look like it was plastic at one time or resin. It looks like it was left out. And that's what we want. That appearance, that effect, you know. And you can only do that when you have multiple layers. If you just stopped with one layer because, you know, you fear of what it might look like, then it's, you know, it's going to look kind of blah. But if you keep working, and I'm going to go in here with a little bit of the burnt sienna and hit it up. Just some of this burnt sienna that's here. Hit it up. See what those molds, Jen, you were asking me about the molds and what you could do with them. These are endless opportunities that you can create your own embellishments over and over again, however you want, whether you want it rusty, whether you want it just however you want it. You can just paint it up and put some brush on some metallics over it just to give it that nice effect as well. But it's an endless possibilities when you have a mold that you can work with. And I just reactivate that a little. Endless possibilities. I'll go in with the carmine. I'm going in just a tad bit with the carmine. Not too much on the carmine because we've got enough red in here. But here and there. Endless possibilities. Go in with the burnt sienna. Like I said, I'm always back and forth between the burnt sienna and the carmine. And that tiger. Those are my favorite ones to get that nice rust effect that I love. And then my last step is to come in with some metallic rubs. Metallic rub gives it that nice finish appearance to it. Okay. Let's give it time. All right, for those of you guys that signed up for the $35, I have to send you the code so that from now on, while you're a tier 3 member, you will always have 10% off the store. Not only that, I will put you on the list and I'll get your schedule as to what day we can craft along together. And that way we can craft. You can tell me what day you're available and I'll put it in the schedule and we'll have a craft session and we can make whatever you guys think I should work with you with. So here is that. See how nice and rusty it looks. Rusty. It does not look like it was resin at one point. So then I'm going to come in with these waxes. We have them in the tubes now. They don't come in in these anymore. I'm going to go with bronze. And you can use your finger, or you can use a brush. And we have these little stipple, these little brushes. I can go in here and just kind of get into the little crevices. Yeah, so what I was saying is I just had some ladies sign up for the tier 3. I will get with you ladies. Miss Patricia, thank you, thank you. Evelyn, thank you. As to days that we can get together and craft along together. And then I will put you on the list for the little freebie that you'll get from me. And I'll randomly every month we'll pick one person to get something free, whether it's from the store, something I've made, or just something I randomly picked up and thought, hey, they might like that. You know? Okay. Then I'm going to go in with the patina blue. It's one of my favorite. Wrong finger, May. And then the wax kind of gives it a little resistance. So when I come back in with some of the carmine where I hit and put some wax, it kind of resists it. And it gives it a different effect to it as well. And I like that resistance that I get. So you can see the resistance there kind of separates. And I like that resistance that it creates. Now I'm going to go in. I'll go with age. I thought I had a brown. Let's go with brass. This is age brass. The blue is the icing on a cake, yes. I'll go in and this kind of brings out some of the details of the mold by rubbing it in. And then when I mix it in with a little bit of blue here and there, and come back in with some of the liquid acrylic. That is kind of, I think, cool effect. You know, you were just thinking a bit of brass. See, I was reading your mind. And I like working with my fingers. And here's the reason I like working with my fingers. The fingers has textures because of your fingerprints. So when you're going in, I kind of get some of those textures right in. And it gives it another unique appearance to it that I like. So yeah, I like that. I love that effect. So we're going to go in with a little bit more here. Make that pop there. Those little details, those little intricate details that the mold has. Make those pop out. Go around the edges. Again, I'm going very gently with this blue. I don't want to overpower it. I just want to go here and there, certain little areas that I just think it needs a little pop of the patina blue. Just like fingerprinting. Yes, finger painting. That's it right there. So these come in tubes now. They don't come in these little containers. Now watch. Now when I come in with this, let's get a little bit of tiger here. I got burnt sienna, tiger, orange, and red carmine. When I come in with the burnt sienna, because of the wax resistance, it gives it a nice unique separation there that breaks down and makes it even more unique. Imagine finger painting all many different details on 100-year-old chandelier. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. You know, I like to I like to be creative and I like to use my hand, but I don't know if I want to spend that much time doing something like that. That's a lot of work. I'm not sure if I'm cut out for that. Okay, go with a little carmine. Again, it's all about the layers. All about those layers. Those layers is what makes it pop. Okay. All about the layers. The resistance from the wax. It's pretty cool. I like that resistance. Okay. What I like about putting that patina in there is that deep down in those multiple layers we have, you can see that patina trying to peer through or peek through all those multiple layers that we have going on here. It looks like we suppressed it to the back. So look at, you can see the blue, the patina blue, kind of piercing through the frame. I can come back in with some, where did you hide? Oh, white, the white, old white wax, just to kind of accent some areas here and there. Again, I'm just patting it in. I don't want too much, just a little here and there. Go back in with some of that patina. Where did you go? Did I put you away? And sure I did. I'll be on that for a month. What? A month? Miss Marge. I'd be on there for ages probably, because I honestly, I'd probably give up. I probably would. I probably would give up. I'd be like throwing the pile. I quit. I quit. I don't want this anymore. Who signed me up? I don't want it. Whoever signed me up was wrong. Stolen vehicle alert. Do you have a stolen vehicle alert? Going with a little bit of the brass. All right. I think that is my completion there. When you're satisfied, when you feel like you've gotten the look that you wanted, and I think I do, then you can call it finito, done. And then these are pretty cool. These look really like real nails. And the textures on it. And you can create those textures just by mixing a little bit of your textured paste with some acrylic, and you can make your own. I like that. I really do like the way that turned out. So that is it, guys. Thank you. So this is probably going to be my project. I'm going to probably use it on one of the projects that I have coming up. And so you guys help make some of this. And it's probably going to go in one of my projects coming up. So I love the way this turned out. I love the rusty nails. I love it. I absolutely love it. So cool. So it went from that to this. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So basically, if you were to look at these wings, which I have not finished painting, see the difference? Blah. We can go in, of course, we can come in here and I can take some wax and you know, go in here and do that. That's really not putting a whole lot of effort. You see what I mean? If I went in here and just did that, it's not thinking outside of the box. How can I make that more dimensional? How can I make that pop out? How can I make that look more original and more, like it's real set of wings? Yeah, you can get away with doing that. But imagine if you just put a little bit of more textures to these wings and created something more dimensional that actually gave it, made it look like it's wow, like that wow factor. And so I kind of like the wow factor versus the plain Jane. That to me, it's too plain. Too plain. Not my cup of tea. You talk too much. Your SUV is in. Are you home? Are you home, Jen? I guess I could sit here and finish that up, huh? Take a before and after picture. Oh, you said your car's in a driveway. That's why I was wondering if you were home or not. Because you said your car was in a driveway. You have an app that sends a. Oh, I gotcha. All right, we're going to go ahead and rust these up since I'm here. So you can see the difference between. I'm doing the Finbar technique. See, she goes right in there. If you're not careful and you don't mix that in, that color will stay just like that. Now, if you want a little, see, I have had the wax in there and it starts to immediately create a resistance. And I like that. I do. Amber Alert. I get a lot of those too. When I was in Texas, oh my God, I hate it when they would wake me up in the middle of the night. It's like you hear that sound. It's like, oh my God, you jump out of the bed thinking something's going on and it's like Amber Alert. Amber Alert. It's like, what? Are you serious? serious, guys. What time is it? Oh, we've been here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. I'll show you guys real quick these wings. And then I'm going to get off of here. So I need to clean up this mess. So I'm not coming in the morning. So I got to package some orders. And I'm doing it quick. See how fast I can get this done. How fast? Marge, are you timing me? Miss Marge, somebody timing me? See how fast I can get this wing done. Going in with the tiger. Woo. I'm not even being careful. Carmine. Because I'm making grungy wings. And Miss Marge, are you timing me? Don't laugh. I know you're timing me, Miss Marge. Or is Penny timing me? Somebody's timing me. I'm the slow crafter. But look, I'm getting in there. I'm getting it. Whether or not the other wing's going to look the same, it might be the mix match wings. Dirty hands. That's why you should wear gloves. You need to go shopping before 4 a.m. Why? Where are you going at 4? What the heck are you doing shopping at 4 a.m.? Like, who shops at 4 a.m.? Because you're sitting here watching me. Am I boring you that much? You got to go shopping? Jen, am I boring you that much? You're going to go shopping? Tiger orange. Hear that? I'm boring Jen. Now I sound like my daughter. No, silly head. You can't wash and shop at the same time with what you're creating because it's awesome. Oh, thank you. Now, see how it looks different? It doesn't look blah anymore. It's like, it's got a little bit of life in there. We're going to go with this one here. I know it's kind of dried, but waste not, want not, we ain't throwing away. You can mix it up with a little bit of glue and reactivate it, or just do what I'm doing right now. Get some water in there and, you know, go to town. But these little babies got to get a little bit rusty because this fellow has been flying, doing his dirty deeds in the middle of the night. And so he is going to have some rust in his wings. He's been out doing his mischief stuff. He needs WD-40 because he's a little rusty, you know. He's out doing his dirty deeds. Yeah, Jen, you know there's some people out there doing their dirty deeds, you know. So this little guy here, we're going to some rust. Get some WD-40 on him. De-rust him a little. And I put plenty of that rust in there because I want it intentionally. Ask me to do the other one like this. I'll have to rewatch the video. No, just kidding. We have, you know, sometimes I've had to do that. Watch my own video. Okay. What'd she say? Done dirt sheet. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, she did not. Poor Jen. Y'all gotta hear Jen's story. That poor girl's been scammed so many ways. Oh, I love you too, Miss Jen. Going in with the carmine. Again, creating layers. I was supposed to have gone home, guys. You see, y'all get me into this groove of creating something, and then it's hard for me to stop. Then, trying to create some effects of shadows and depth, you know, to get that depth perception. And so, once the girl starts to create, it's like, okay, she don't want to stop. So we're going to create some shadows in these little wings here to create more depth and perception. Mix a little of that with that rust in there and get some in there. Look at that. We created some depth in there. Whoa. Now, if I was to come back in, let's get the blue. I just dropped the darn keyboard. AC/DC. This is deep turquoise. Again, you don't need a lot of this, just a tad bit. What about AC? I didn't know you listened to AC/DC, Miss Marge. Miss Marge, what's up with AC/DC? Color shift. You want me to change the color on him? He's blue. Got a little blue on him. Oh, Dirty Deed song. Oh, see? My brother used to listen to AC/DC. I listened to Spanish music growing up. Still do, really, but all right. We're going to go in with a bronze. Akadaka, as we say. What's akadaka? What is that? Not sure what akadaka means. AC/DC. Ah. Isn't Alba, the one that sings Mamma Mia? Isn't that from Australia? From your area, Kathy? I love Alba. Mamma Mia. Here I go again. Oh, Swedish. Ah. Thought it was something. Okay, because we see we've got a little bit of shadows in here, but I'm going to go in with a little bit of black as well. And we're going to create more shadow effects. What did you buy? I don't remember what you bought. I just sent you I sent you what you asked for. I sent you what you asked for. Nothing more. It would have been nice with copper, but I don't know where my copper wax. It probably is here, but Firebird. Why do I have two Firebirds open? That's beyond my. I don't know where my copper is. Would have been good with copper. But look, all these here and not one darn copper. Is that copper? Oh, that is copper. Ooh, copper. Oh, yes. Ooh, copper. Ladies, I'm not going to be able to replicate this tomorrow. I better. I remember the recipe. Watch myself on video how I did this one, but I don't like that. That is so freaking cool. All the spools? Oh! $20. You got those for $20, girl. I remember the price. What were you? Don't remember what you buy, Jen? I need to have a talk with you about that. Guys, she don't remember what she bought. Can you believe that? She don't remember what she bought. Jen. What are we going to do with you, Jen? Now we're going to go in with that blue, deep blue turquoise, because remember it causes a resistance because of the, we're going to go into those dark area. And we can come in with the black wax. Ooh, the black acrylic. Ooh, yes. Y'all sense the excitement in my voice. Ooh, yeah. Rub it in, rub it in. Okay. Get the black. Oh, black liquid acrylic to create some shadows. I'm not bold enough to do it directly. I have to dilute it, guys. No, it's not. I don't think it's vintage. I don't think it's vintage. It's used. I bought it used. I said it was used. I never used it, but I think the lady that sold it to me did. I don't think it's vintage. That I don't think. You like it? It's pretty small. See, I thought it'd be good for like the desk when you're cutting the little tiny ones, you know? I'm just kind of like you. Sometimes I think it's a good idea, but then I don't use it. But then again, I was in the middle of, I decided I was going to move, you know? So it didn't happen. It did not occur. All right, we're going to put some of blue patina. Oh. That is really badass. Excuse my French, guys. Your house must have sold fast. It did. We put it on the market, and within a day, we had an offer. Do I miss my house? I miss the space, but you know, we were downsizing. I'm gonna go in with the burnt carmine because I have it here. But I don't miss Texas at all. Like, no. That is badass, guys. That is super badass. I'm sorry for my French. I don't mean to cuss, guys. I don't normally cuss like that, but I thought that was pretty cool. Like, wow. Wow. My hands are dirty, but wow. You like Steve Urkel. Did I do that? You know how Steve Urkel would say, did I do that? Yeah, well, where we were, it wasn't so much the shooting more than, I'm going to go back with the bronze. The area grew too much, and I had paranoia. And I just didn't like it anymore. It just wasn't home anymore for me. You know, I just did not like living there anymore. I felt like a prisoner in my own house. Pretty sad to say, but I did. Go back with the bronze. To mix in. I know we had several in our area, in our little, we did have some shootings. A boy killed, a stepfather killed his stepson right down the street from our house. A teacher committed suicide right down from us. There's about a couple, and when I say right down the same street, a couple of incidents that occurred. All right, that is so awesome. That is wicked awesome. Oh, Brianna's going to like that one. She's going to be like, what, Mom? What? She's probably over there watching too. That's it for tonight, guys. That is it. We created with the molds, and I've been here for almost 3 hours. Not anticipated, but fun. It was totally fun. We'll come in tomorrow and clean up my disaster. I'm doing it tonight. Oh, look at the skull. It's drying. It's still drying. Still drying, but that was it. I hope if you guys have any questions, you guys can always catch me on Facebook. Send me a message. I'll be happy to answer your question. Working with molds is pretty cool. Like I said, you have an endless supplies of creating your embellishments for all your projects. And it really does save you money in the long run. And you might spend $18 for a mold, but in the long run, that's really saving you a lot of money, because imagine you buying all these embellishments every single time you needed it for a project. You have that mold, you can make multiple, of them, and create beautiful projects time after time after time. Whereas if you were to just buy one embellishment, that's it. You pay for it, you use it, and you got to buy it again. But if you buy the mold, you buy your resin, you buy your clay, you're always going to have an endless supply of them. So totally worth investing on molds and making your own little embellishment for your projects, right? So I hope this inspired you guys to create and use your molds and your acrylics and whatever you guys have. And look at my hands. And I had fun. So thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for your support. I totally 129% just got a stain on my table. Appreciate all of you guys. And thank you for being here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Jen. I'll call you here shortly.